discuss about how to be a teacher and the teacher experiences. I am Brother Sunil Shrakim, and we are happy to have Brother Ray Suplido, one of the De La Salle brothers, and currently serving as the president of De La Salle University. Thank you, brother, once again for giving us the opportunity to be with you here today. Brother, first of all, we'll be just discussing about your experiences as a teacher, and the second thing we'll be discussing about the difficulties which you had in the class, and the third difficulty we are just discussing about how did you overcome all these things. So just first we'll be just discussing about yourself. I mean, may I know your name and your age and your qualification, if you don't mind, please.
Okay, thank you, Sunil. I'm Brother Ray Suplido. I'm 68 years old. I'm a La Salle brother, and I took up a bachelor's degree, or 2 bachelor's degrees, here in De La Salle, Manila. One in Bachelor of Arts, and then also in Bachelor of Science in Education. Then later, I got my master's degree here, and another master's degree in Rome. The first one was on educational management. The other one was on clinical psychology. And then I came back and finished my PhD in counseling psychology here also in De La Salle University. So that has been my sort of preparation as a teacher, as an administrator.
Yes. So how long have you been in this teaching career?
Well, as a brother, really my whole life has been in education. But the first years of my work as a brother has been in the classroom. But that was for maybe about 4 or 5 years only. Both were in high schools that the brothers run. The first one was in Iligan, and then the other one was in Bacolod, and then Lipa, and then later I moved into administration. So in a way, maybe most of my time has been in administration and formation work. But I remember those exciting years when you are first assigned to classroom work, especially in high schools, that I found very, very challenging, but also very, very meaningful in terms of as a teacher and also as a brother. My first, well, maybe what stands out in my mind would be the 2 years I spent in La Salle Bacolod, teaching in the high school there. I taught religious studies. I taught sciences, physics, and physical sciences. And then also I was in charge of what we call a homeroom. This is your regular batch of students that you meet every day at the beginning of the school day, and then you accompany them during the year. You're like the teacher that supervises the class, and then you coordinate with the other teachers in the other subjects.
So, as a seasoned teacher, how did you face the difficulties in the class? I mean, you must have been challenging the students, or you must be challenged by the students. So, how are you dealing with all such kind of issues in the class? Or you must be looking forward to the parents also, that how do they deal with you? So, in such kind of issues, how were you dealing with?
Well, I think it's important for the teacher to know that he or she is a member of a team, and that team really is guided by the mission, vision of the school.
Yeah.
So in general, the La Salle High School what I was teaching. Like other LaSalle schools, the aim was to have holistic development among its students. Our students were all boys at that time, and so we were preparing them to, later on, we would say that they should become critical thinkers, that they should be effective communicators, and then also that they should be socially involved in what is going on around them. So that was the, you might say, the context of what I was doing in the classroom. So I was assigned to teach freshmen, sophomores, and seniors. This would be like grade 8, grade 9, and grade 11. Those would be the year levels. And I think what was challenging, I think, is first you have to have an idea of how the class should run. And based on that, with the advice also of teachers who were more senior than I was, they gave me some suggestions. Like, okay, so when you, before classes, you must have a certain way you manage the room, the classroom, so that there are, let's say, procedures and policies, so that the students know how things run. In other words, that not everything they want to do, they can do in the classroom. There are certain things that are encouraged, certain things not encouraged. So maybe, for example, silence in the classroom, so that students can study if they want to study, or if they want to talk, they can do it before class, outside the room. So also, so that's before class, and then the teacher also gives instructions on, okay, what should be done when there are studies taking place, if the teacher is talking, if there are quizzes, if there are exams, how is work supposed to be done. So there are many details that the teacher has to know in order that the class is managed properly. Because if not, then it does not flow as smoothly as the teacher expects. So if students can speak at any time, then you could have room for chaos. In other words, several students. Since I'm a small person, a short person, I have to be extra careful because many of the students were bigger than I was. But they knew that I was serious and that I did not allow for misbehavior and so on. So then that's so knowing that, I think the process helps the students to be aware that, okay, this is the orderly way in which things are done. And then they can study, they can take tests, they can do quizzes, they can submit their work on time, and so on. And then the lessons can take place more in a more enjoyable way. Also, I knew that students cannot concentrate completely for an hour. So the preparation of the lessons has to be done carefully so that there's time for exercises. And since I was teaching science, we also did experiments and then discussions and so on. So those were some of the details that the teacher has to take into account for that.
Yeah, I think with the things you are mentioning, we are covering the most of the things, well, not about the children, but you are also covering the parts of as a teacher, as a class manager, how to manage the class, then resolving the issues of parents' concern.
The parents, well, in general, once in a while, if things go smoothly,
Yeah.
then the parents, I meet the parents during there are nights, parents' nights, where, for example, the first report cards are given directly to the parents. So then they get to know the parents, they get to know a little bit more about their son or their daughter, how they are like at home, what are they. Then that gives me a better idea of the personality of my students. So then I can understand if, for example, there are parents who one of the parents is not in the city but is working somewhere else, or if the parents are both out of the city, and it's the grandparents who are. There are many situations that it's important for the teacher to know. So that sometimes if the student misbehaves, and then the parents are called in. Now sometimes I take care of that. Sometimes it's the principal who counsel the parents. But it's important again for me to, as a teacher, to know what is going on.
Thank you, brother, for that. One last thing, that what do you think are your exemplary works that would lead to influence novice teachers or other teachers?
I don't know if there are. I think I continued the tradition. In other words, the school had already a kind of a traditional way of doing things, so that we plan projects together. We talk to each other among the faculty and among the administration about what are some of the challenges, what are the big projects of the year, how are we going to contribute to that. I also, I think, continue the tradition that it is not just what happens in the classroom that is helpful for the development of the student. There are many things outside the classroom. There are extracurricular activities. So we have sports, we have field trips, and one of the field trips I remember organizing was the school is in an island. It's a big island, and there are many different towns and cities around. And there are a number of places that are known for either mining or for leisure activities or for industries. So towards the second half of the year, we organized a big field trip that took about 4 or 5 days. And we brought the students around the island, stopping in different cities. And when we go there, they knew we were going to visit. In one place, we went to a mine. In another place, we went to a place where there was a university. Another place, the sugar mill. So then it became part of their learning. So it's not just what happens in the classroom, but also what is going on. So I thought this also helped build the unity of the class and of the year level. And that's important because that gives them a sense of identity, and then they develop their own talents because you assign students to be responsible for taking care of certain things. So that's how they grow in terms of learning to plan, learning to deal with their peers, how to overcome challenges. I think that was also a very challenging part of the teacher, to plan things and then to assign responsibilities to different students, so that the students feel you trust them, that they are capable of doing something, and that challenge helps them to grow, and that will always be, in a way, part of their formation in their life.
Thank you, brother, for this meaningful conversation, and I hope that we have learned so much from Brother Ray, as he has been serving for so long as a teacher. And I'm really touched with that particular point that you just mentioned now, that there is learning outside of the class even. For example, you take students outside and to make them able to understand themselves and to take the responsibility, actually. This is, I think, one of the ways to make them responsible of something. So I think, brother, we'll be trying our best to adopt all these things which you have said just now. And once again, thank you for your time which you have given us. We know that you are too busy with your daily activities, but still you spare some time for us. So thank you so much, brother, for your time, and continue. Challenges are really helping us to grow as a person or as a teacher. And if, as a teacher, we will not be challenged, how can we make our students to be able to face the challenges in their lives, to be able to be a responsible person and to be a fully built person. So thank you once again.
Thank you for listening also.
Thank you for listening.